Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's time for some Saturday morning React-TOONS featuring Robotech. Today we're watching episode 22, Battle Hymn. Again, this show has been an absolute revelation to me as it explores a little path that I wasn't able to take in childhood, and it hits a little different here in adulthood, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it, friends. But if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. You'll be alerted next time we go live with Robotech. And of course, if you'd like Robotech or anything that we do early, the link to the Patreon is in the description. But friends, all that is then. This is now, and now it is time for us to watch episode 22 of Robotech, Battle Hymn. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go. Fanfare. I think I've said it before. I try to watch these on Saturday morning. I get up early just to watch them on a Saturday morning. Today I'm not because I actually have something to do this Saturday, but it is still morning time, so I'm just going to pretend it's Saturday. I love this sequence right here. Again, I have no idea why they, I have no idea why they haven't tried to remake this. And again, keep everything the same, just like, you know, finish some of the animation that was unfinished, or do brand new animation if you want to, you know what I mean? Kind of keeping with the theme and style of what we see right here, but, you know, bring it up to a higher quality or HD or whatever you want to do. I don't even know what they do with the animation nowadays, but as far as, I just, oh my God, it's such a great story. It's like been abandoned, you know?
Which would send them on another mission to try and recapture the SDF-1 from the tenacious grasp of their valiant Micronian foes.
Valiant Micronian foes. But Dolza is like space folded away, right? He's in like their home system.
Commander Britai, while they wait, the Zentradi view transmissions from the SDF-1, transmissions which they believe to be classified military footage.
But was it Little White Dragon? Is that the... Dear God. Did they splice that in?
I am most impressed. Their ability to fight is more powerful than I ever dreamed.
Yep. Boy, that doll is getting a tremendous amount of views. Also, wouldn't it be like literally almost microscopic because it's a doll for Micronians? I'm not even sure how they operate it.
As a matter of fact, when you hear the real singer, you'll probably like her more than this doll.
Oh, this singing really makes me feel funny.
I like how easy, I mean, not easy, but like, you know, because the Micronian culture is so different, the Zentradi just love it, you know?
2 songs inside this little doll.
It sounds fantastic. Can we hear it?
Rico's got it. Come on.
Let's go.
Oh my God, look at it spreading. It's like a virus.
Meanwhile, aboard Chiron's cruiser.
You say there's chaos aboard Britai's cruiser?
Chaos?
There is talk among many of our soldiers about defecting to the Robotech ship and leading the Micronian way of life.
Defecting? To the Micronians?
To the Micronians.
So then everyone's losing their minds over what's happening on the battle fortress, eh? Well, I'm going to destroy the Micronians and their Robotech ship.
I love him. Chiron is so great. Just a great bad guy.
The Micronians, it would seem, have discovered the secrets of protoculture. As a result of their discoveries, they are extremely dangerous.
So protoculture can turn you into a Street Fighter character?
Final, sir?
What do you mean, sir?
The kind of prolonged contact with creatures who possess a knowledge of protoculture can only have a bad effect upon our soldiers.
They're right about that.
On that battle fortress, a female the same size as this picture sings a song for the rest of the Micronians.
Same size as this picture.
We will be attacking the space fortress soon. All personnel to your battle stations.
What do we do now? When we attack this ship, we'll probably kill this girl and we'll never hear her sing, will we?
Wow, this is... Who would have thought that Min-Mei causes a coup?
After we begin our attack, let's look for a way to sneak on board the enemy ship.
Hey, great idea.
All right.
Sure, but if they catch us, won't we all be executed as punishment, Rico?
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Well, then count me in too, because I want all those nice things I never had before.
Oh.
I want to go.
We're all in. Let's do it.
But before we enter the enemy ship, we have to become Micronians.
Braun, do you know how to work the conversion machine well enough?
No.
Maybe I can.
Maybe.
If the plan is discovered, we're all dead.
You want to hear real singing now, don't you?
Sure I do, but, well...
My duty.
Life aboard the Space Fortress goes on. During the lull in battle, it's time for thinking and remembering.
Cool.
What am I doing with my life?
Oh boy.
Am I gonna go out fighting like Roy and Ben?
Ah. Should have flashed his face up there. That would have been cool.
Huh? Min-May?
Oh boy.
Min-May.
I love how she's the catalyst for the Zentradi love and my personal hate. I don't hate her. She's just annoying. And you all have told me that they make her way more annoying in this than the original. Like in fact, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but several of you said that she's way more tolerable and her music's better in the original.
I can't think negative thoughts. I've got to think positively for Min-May and for myself.
Or Lisa, since we just started that, right? Last episode, right?
We take great pride in presenting the fabulous singing of Min-May.
Prepare to hear her song 72 times.
Great to be here. I just hope that you all like my next song. It's a special one.
Please be the same song. Please be the same song.
You look beautiful, Min-May.
Oh my God. Somebody help me out with Kyle's outfit. Like the deep V, I sort of get for especially like the late 70s, early 80s. It was still in-ish, but like the crosses over.
Oh, it sure would be nice if this lull in the fighting continued for a while, huh?
I love these. This group's my favorite. Oh.
Well, it seems like only yesterday that you and I were together, Roy.
Oh. Now, see, this is a flashback I want to see. It's something we've never seen before. Ah.
This fighting is totally non-productive.
Oh boy.
It's devastation and destruction. There are no winners.
Now, to be fair, I don't disagree with Kyle's message at all.
No, I can't be changed by him.
It just is my way or the highway absolutism that he was very dismissive of Max, Ben, and Rick when he found out that they were in the military. I'm not a fan of that shit. And now I will sing it another 7 times.
She gets all the attention while the fighting and killing continues all around us.
What's your point here, Kyle? Even in your own head.
What I can do about it.
That's a cool transition.
And even though on the surface the plan seems risky, if we use the Daedalus to our advantage, we might be able to sneak a Regal squadron into the ship without their detecting it.
You're gonna sacrifice the ship, though.
But the protoculture generator.
It seems like a worthwhile risk to capture the whole thing.
That's right, sir.
It's a really good idea.
We must maneuver so that they launch the Daedalus at the bow of our ship. That way we can hold out the required time to get our infiltrators on board.
That's a really good idea. Exodor, very good idea.
After careful study of the Micronians' fighting tactics, which were reported by our spies.
Marvelous plan.
It is a very good plan. That sucker opens up and there's battle pods waiting for him.
We're still going to get our chance, so listen up.
Attention all Regault and Cyclops squadrons. The Micronian ship has been sighted and we will begin our operation when they...
My man is at the front all the time.
Nothing can save the Micronians now.
You have got to appreciate that.
Lisa, order all Veritech fighters to attack.
Yes, sir.
All Veritech pilots, red alert, red alert.
Let's go.
I repeat, this is not a drill.
Skull 1, ready to fly.
Rick, this looks like a big one, so be careful, okay?
Hey, you don't have to tell me. Well, Min-May, here I go.
Min-May, dude. Rick, be careful. Thanks, Lisa. Min-May. Here we go. No way. Get in there, Rick. And you all were right. The ace that Chiron was talking about was Rick, right? Not Max. I made that mistake earlier.
And tell the commanders not to worry about casualties. Our main goal is the capture of the ship, not to destroy it.
Wow. Be careful. One of those is Chiron. Don't we have pinpoint or anything anymore?
Stand by to launch Daedalus when you receive my command.
Roger.
This is a hell of a good idea, Exodor. You got them all ready.
It's time to break inside the space fortress.
Gee, this is our lucky day, huh?
Once we are inside, we'll blend right in.
Good thinking, Bron.
Watch these guys die.
Wrong place at the wrong time, and we aren't careful, we're going to get killed.
Yeah.
For my next song.
It's the same as the last song.
Min-May, you've got to keep singing so they won't panic.
What?
There's no need to panic, so on with the show. Please, calm down and return to your seats.
Right, if the ceiling starts falling on people, don't worry about it.
Put your heart into it, Min-May.
Do we have another song, or we gotta go?
That's great, Min-May.
Hey, I've only heard this song 3 million times.
It's wonderful. I'm so proud of her. I just knew she could do it.
Just like I knew it was the right decision to go with the strong bang. I can't get over his bangs.
Hard astern.
Sorry, Captain, but their fleet has us completely surrounded.
Then launch Daedalus attack at once.
Yes, Captain.
Yep. I mean, that's what you would do. Ooh, that was some janky animation. Ooh, it's working. You'd think they'd have sent in a bunch more. Oh, dear God. Yep, everybody getting waxed there. Wow.
Enemy battle pods have entered our ship through the ramming arm.
Huh? The enemy's on board?
I mean, you guys need... We all need to get... Luckily, a lot of these are defectors. Oh my God, they're in Macross City. Wow.
Please, Rick, get back on the double.
Max, battle pods are on board the SDF-1. We've got to get back there.
Oh, these two going in. Oh, I got...
Too easy.
Oh my God, and Chiron's coming. Oh my God.
This is Area B control. We can't seem to hold them back. We need help.
This is 10th Avenue gate guard. I have to retreat. Wait, no. No.
Oh my God.
Him at a time like this.
Lisa, yeah, we don't need that.
To be in love must be the sweetest.
Everything's burning. Just keep singing.
Here, you've got to keep singing, Min-May, and give it all you've got.
What? You better pray that this is Rico and all them. Kyle's dead. They're gonna turn on him. Here they come. Woo! Look out and shout.
Rick, this is Max. How bad is it where you are?
Super bad, dude.
Bad, Max. It's worse than I thought.
Nice job, Max.
That Micronian warrior. There's no doubt. It's got to be him.
Yep, well, you know the ship. You know, she knows the ship, for sure. I pooped myself.
There. All better.
I have a brain injury. Man, these two are absolutely holding the fort down.
in the next episode of...
Oh, they're going to mid-battle.
Between Earth's displaced heroes and the misguided Zentradi warriors led by Chiron.
Wow, they said misguided. I like that. Interesting. Interesting. That's the first time they've used that descriptor for them. All right, friends, we just got done watching Robotech episode 22, Battle Hymn, and the only thing left to do is to talk about it. All right, everyone, we just got done watching Robotech episode 22, Battle Hymn. Again, this was you could tell the animation was lackluster in this one, but I try not to let that, when the animation is good, I'll mention it. When it's not great, I try not to. Because the story is really what's the most important here. And if you can get an idea of what's going on, even with the animation, being a little off, it doesn't matter. It just, the story is to me the best. Now, when the animation's great, it just adds a tremendous amount to it, like in episodes 18 and 19. Really, really cool shit. But with this one in particular, the advancement of the storyline here really isn't like Rick and Minmay, we know where they are, or Lisa and Kyle, we know how that's spinning up, or Lisa and Rick, we know how that's kind of all spinning in. I think the most important plot point on ship or in the SDF-1 is Miria recognizing Max's Veritech. So if she can place the ship with the pilot, Max is in deep shit because she's going to be able to, she's expecting Kyle, I'm assuming that's what, if she's still using that train of thought, she's expecting Kyle, but when she sees Max, she's going to be able to act on him because Max is certainly not in the public eye and she might be able to get the jump on him, whereas Kyle's usually surrounded by all of Minmay's people and stuff. Not that they could put up much of a fight, but again, subterfuge. I think that was the biggest thing. Wow, absolute tip of the old cap to Exodor. Crazy great plan. Hey, they use that Daedalus attack quite a bit. I've been analyzing all their, all the tapes we have of the battle and the vids. And, when we get in a specific kind of attack pattern, they rear back and use that Daedalus attack. Let's use that to our advantage. If they continue with that same type of, tactical acumen or tactical, response, we'll be able to, get the jump on them, which they absolutely did. And I wonder too, if they didn't have so many, I think there's only like 2 or maybe 3 of the pods are filled with the Micronian Zentradi. With more of their force not ready to defect, they might actually have done way more damage. They seem to have absolutely leveled sections of Macross. So, there was a ton of those pods that made it in, and now we've got Chiron and his kind of honor guard with him. That's going to be tough to get around, because Chiron in and of himself is a deadly combatant in the air and the skies, but also he doesn't give a shit about civilian casualties. So Chiron's the type of villain or the type of antagonist that would use all the assets, whether it be civilians or, the interior of the ship or putting himself, kind of putting something, like a civilian target between him and the attackers. He's got a lot of advantages fighting inside their home turf. And it's something that tactically, I know that Chiron will absolutely exploit because he's a very good tactician in his own right. And he came up with some really good plans. So obviously the best one being Bye-Bye Mars with the gravity hooks that they had. But, having him in the play and on the field always makes the stakes higher, places the stakes, higher stakes, and also really adds to the tension. I like having a bad guy on the field, somebody that I enjoy like Chiron, but is also deadly, a deadly combatant. He's an ace in his own right. I really think, man, if he had a fully Zentradi'd Miria with that group, they might be in some serious shit inside the SDF-1 because Miria is real good. I'm not really, I'll make this note that I wanted to say at the end of the last episode, at the end of A New Dawn. Miria is approaching that battle she had with Max like it was a decisive victory for Max. And I'm not necessarily sure. Yes, I think that Max won because, Miria had to escape at one point. Max was going to, kind of pursue, but didn't. Was ordered not to. And, I can definitely see completely where Miria knows that she was bested, but I don't think it was like as, decisive as we're kind of like now looking back on it, I think it was a pitched battle, and I think that it could have easily gone Miria's way had a couple things broken the right way. I don't think that she was ready for Max, Max in and of himself seems to be ready for just about anything when he hits the air, he just kind of snaps into the zone. And now that she knows, what to expect, which that's a fault in Miria, underestimating her opponent. Now that she, maybe has lost some of that ego, I really think that I certainly wouldn't give a rematch just automatically to Max, especially if she knows what to expect from the fight now. Regardless, though, she's on the SDF-1, so she is out of this fight. And the only thing that we can expect from a resolution on her end is understanding who Max is, or identifying Max as the pilot. But yeah, for me, the biggest stuff came from the umbrella story that we have here. And the idea that they ended the episode by saying the misguided forces of Chiron and the Zentradi. That's the first that we've kind of heard that there's a potential for peace between the Micronians and the Zentradi. Because you're not misguided if you're attacking the enemy. You're misguided if you're attacking the enemy for the wrong reasons, and the reasons that you think you're attacking them for aren't right. So there's, you have a belief that's wrong, and you're attacking again to try to do these things. Everything about the plan sucks because, really diplomacy, I believe firmly would have won the day. We wouldn't have a TV show, but it would have won the day because the Earth government was perfectly willing to send the SDF-1 back out into space. You would have thought that if the Zentradi had said, hey, you give us the ship and we're out of here. Or you give us the ship and hell, we'll even leave a couple ships here to protect your planet. You know what I mean? They could have done something to sweeten the pot if they really wanted the SDF-1. And I think that because of their actions of sending the SDF-1 away, that it would have at least been on the table to give them the SDF-1. So again, we're very close. We're like a conversation away from a peace talk between the two. And, we have Kyle coming in and kind of promoting peace, which again, it's a great thing to kind of give a theme to give to a younger audience. And I've been thinking about this since episodes 18 and 19 with Farewell Big Brother and, Ben's last episode. Looking at those two, you think to yourself, as a kid, if I'm watching this, and I love war because I like G.I. Joe and Transformers and nobody gets hurt. And I like Robotech. I love when they fight and they blow up each other and they blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't really sink in. You've seen kind of background people kind of get vaporized or, we had the death of several Zentradi outside of their pods, But again, I'm not sure that would have, because they're giants and they're not real people, But now we've seen the Zentradi as Micronians in Kondo, Rico, and Braun, and now Miria. So that makes them like us, similar to us. And then whenever you have all of these things going on, we have the peace talks coming in with Kyle. So that's a conflict. And you're like, if you're a kid watching this, you're like, I don't like Kyle. He wants peace. I want war. And then Roy dies. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's terrible. And then Ben dies. Oh, so this is war? That is such a profound way to bring the idea of war to a younger audience. It's you get them like almost in love with it, in love with like the Veritex and the fighting and, just what they're familiar with regular cartoons, where everybody lives and it's no problem. There's gunfire, but nobody gets shot, like G.I. Joe. You have favorite characters and you never think that they're going to die. This is before Transformers the movie and G.I. Joe the movie. You never have any characters maybe hurt, maybe hurt, but you never have any die. And that's war, you think. Oh, yeah, we'll go into battle, G.I. Joe, and you charge in there and blah, blah, blah. But now, same thing you thought with Robotech. But now you have Roy die and Ben die back to mother effing back. As a kid, if I'm looking at this, all of a sudden you have peace talks and, you're thinking, my God, I can't have something happen to Max or, it starts to sink in what war really is. I can't believe that they're dead. Question that. That's the question they need to send into that youth. Okay, you want war? This is war. Well, I lost my favorite character. Roy was awesome. Okay, that's war. What an interesting, very poignant way. It's almost like Exodore. It's almost like the creatives of Exodore were, well, you know, today's youth will behave this way. Their daedalus attack is to love battle, to love the fighting, to love the destruction, to love the kind of everything but the death. And the daedalus attack, when it strikes, Exodore's plan was to say, here's what really is happening. And so we have this kind of sneak attack. By the way, here's war from the creatives of Robotech, and I love it. Again, the idea that these themes were geared towards such a young audience was fascinating to me then, or fascinating to me when I started this, and fascinating to me now because they really are doing a good job of getting into these themes and making them poignant without having to kind of like they don't have to really go into detail. Death is death, and that's war. And now you know. Friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ringy-ding-ding that bell for notifications, and you'll be alerted next time we go live with any Saturday morning React Tunes. And of course, if you'd like Robotech early or in its full-length format, the link to the Patreon, it's in the description. But friends, all that is then and this is now. So where should we say goodbye from? Well, we can't really say goodbye because we're in the moment, the beats, the flutter of a wing, in the battle. And so right now, friends, we need not to say goodbye. We need to focus because the battle is engaged. The battle is here, and there are fatalities, which makes us think, whether we're kids or grown-ups, what is the true nature of war? Friends, until we meet again, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.